Governor Snyder's budget presentation today might have gone by with little fanfare, but with the Flint water crisis and the impending financial collapse of the Detroit public school system, it drew a lot of attention.
24-hour News 8's Rick Albin was in Lansing today. He's in studio right now with what's in this proposal, Rick.
Well, Susan and Brian, it is a bit of irony. The success of the state's finances in the past 5 years means that the extra expenditures asked for today can probably be absorbed without cutting deeply elsewhere. But that was a small solace for a governor still trying to convince the people of Flint and the state that he's doing the right thing. Over the protestations of people chanting for Snyder's resignation and sometimes more drastic action, the governor was laying out a spending request for more than $200 million for Flint to try and clean up the water, fix the infrastructure, and most importantly, help with health concerns. Governor, with this budget, there's a significant amount of money, more money going to Flint. How far does that go in repairing the real problem? And how far does it go in repairing the public relations problem?
Well, the focus is the real problem, but again, we want to earn back trust from people in Flint, and that's one of the fundamental issues here. Hopefully it helps with both.
The budget will do more, use tobacco settlement money to give the financially strapped Detroit public schools $72 million a year, each year for the next decade to pay for their bills and reorganize. That, he says, would hold other school districts harmless and, in fact, give more money for K-12 and higher education, too. The governor's budget would spend about $55 billion in the next fiscal year, but in a half hour of questioning, there were only a handful of queries that didn't deal with Flint or Detroit, mostly Flint. Asked if this was the most difficult circumstance he has faced in his public and professional life. Difficult, yes, he says, but nothing compared to what the people of Flint are going through. And then he added this.
The part that is the most difficult for me is the fact people have taken this out on my family. And that's really hard.
The legislature will consider and no doubt make changes to the governor's plan, though most of the spending's likely to stay in place and the process should be done around the 1st of June.